Hi and hello everyone. It's me, Matt Diazable, and we're here doing another album review. And today's album review over here is for the band Grayshape with their album called This Is Out of Body. These guys are from Baltimore, Maryland, and that's all I really know about them. They're a pretty up and coming new band and everything. But one thing for sure, uh, before I get into the review and everything, best way I can describe them, Every Time I Die Part 2. So, with that being said, let's get into this. For starting this album off, we have the song New Abuse. At the very beginning, it's a bit of a messy song with some awkward playing. And as I was listening to it, it reminded me of like Every Time I Die, but like messier and lazier. But about a minute into the song and everything, it's a bit tighter and groovier in terms of sound. Guitars are very crunchy and heavy on this track. And I really think this guy's trying to emulate Keith from Every Time I Die, like to a T. And yeah, like the first half of the song is pretty messy, but the second half definitely saves it.
Even when you're gone, I'll tell them my religion's you and punctures.
This is Out of Body. Much tighter song than the opening track. Guitars sound like a freaking chainsaw. They're just ripping through this song. Riffs harder here. Everything is like a next level. They stepped it up on this song compared to the opening track. Drums very in the pocket. They sound very tight. Nice wall-to-wall moss action as the song goes along with a very solid breakdown. Sounds really, really good. People who love Every Time I Die, you're definitely going to be really excited about this band because they just are filling that void with Every Time I Die breaking up and everything. You're going to be very, very satisfied. Overbearing C, chaotic and messy, but a hint of like hypnotizing vibes to it. Like the sound of the song really brings you in and draws you in. Guitars sound really high and choked up, and the guitar chugs throughout the song are pretty good. Vocals a bit on the low side, but they still trying to emulate that Keith Buckley sound, and it sounds pretty good for the most part. It's a bit of a, and as the song progresses towards the end of the song, it's a bit of a melodramatic ending with the vocals and like a sad guitar outro and everything. Overall, pretty solid song. And here's a little clip of this song, Overbearing C. Overbearing C. Notch. Solid, competent riffs here. That's what I'm getting with this song. The bass is a bit like, has a little bit of a fuzzy distortion to it, which is pretty cool. Drums are a little bit looser here, but they are on fire. They're not as in the pocket, but they sound pretty good. The build up before the breakdown is groovy and great with that little bass slide and everything. So far, I've noticed that none of the songs on this album so far are similar. They're all pretty unique in their own way, and they're enough to sound different that there's no, but they have like same elements to them a bit and like their signature sound, but they all have a lot of variety to it. So it makes it all pretty like fun to listen. South of the Trenches, Every Time I Die, Part 2, like I said earlier. This is like the most like Every Time I Die sounding song with that opening riff. As I want to say, they're very southern fried riffs, like Every Time I Die would have. Over the top wild screams from their vocalists. It's chaotic and then chill, chaotic and then chill, very back and forth. This is the most satisfying song in terms of variety on this album, I think. And then they slow it down a bit and it just lets like it end at the end and everything. And it's pretty good. And with that being said, here's a small clip of this song. Yeah, stress factor. Groovy chaos is the best way to summarize this song, I think. There's no wasted time here. They go right into some killer grooves. Uh, I feel like it's like a snake attacking and just biting you, just it's just coming at you. It's really hard. There's some nice double kick drums later in the song that really set the song on fire a bit. And then towards the end, there's like a contained like chaos that they end the song on and everything. It's a very well structured song. Ghost in My Place. The guitars sound very full and bold here. His vocals could be turned up a bit higher. It was kind of hard to hear him on this track a bit. First half of the song is a bit by the numbers, kind of like nothing too wowing. They're playing it safe a bit, but the second half of the song really picks up and it like really like catches your attention. And then they calm it down before the end of the EP with some like 90s grunge sound. Overall, it's a pretty good track and everything. Like I say, Every Time I Die Part 2. If you're missing Every Time I Die, this band will fill that void that you've been missing, because they sound so tight and sound just like Every Time I Die. And it's not like they're covering them or anything. I think they're just really happy to show their influence when they play and stuff, and I think Every Time I Die is their biggest influence. Overall with this EP, the best way I can describe it is it's very satisfying. Like it hits all the marks in terms of like playing, tight playing, chaotic songs, good song structure, and just intense playing. Like these guys want to play and have a good time. So with that, I think they're all in sync very well. So everything sounds really tight. Production sounds really good. Whoever produced this, everything's mixed and balanced pretty well and everything. It's just a very solid EP. Guitars are very solid and crunchy. Bass is blended into the songs very well. Vocals seemed a bit turned down. I'll say turned out low at times, but overall still pretty good. So with this EP from Grayshape, I want to say I want to give it a nice, very solid 8 out of 10. Definitely check this EP out. Links down below. Follow this band. They're very interesting and really cool to check out. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Bye. Like I say, Every Time I Die Part 2. If you're missing Every Time I Die, this band will fill that void that you've been missing, because they sound so tight and sound just like